Lieutenant Corbis has finally caught the attention of the mainstream media. This is truly a great time to be alive. Now, Lieutenant Corbis has been around for like quite a few years now, but she now goes by the name of, I assume it's her real name, Soth. She's called Soth on YouTube now. She's going to change it up. I first heard about Lieutenant Corbis, as she was known then, watching seeing on Drama Alert and an Elvis the Alien video. There's a few other videos about people just saying how great they think she is. And I remember just seeing a clip of her when she's 11 years old, just going, I'm such a cunt, I'm such a cunt. I was like, what the fuck is this girl? And, I mean, look at her, this is her, I think now, sort of, she's now 14. Going by the name Soth, and she's doing a very edgy comedy. Ooh, and it's upset a lot of people. They're doing hit pieces on Lieutenant Corbis, aka Soth. Now, there does seem to be this weird marketplace for very foul-mouthed young girls. You got her, and then you've had Little Tay, Woe Vicky, obviously Danielle Bregoli, on her many different guises. She's got YouTube, she's big on Instagram, and obviously music career, blah 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 blah. There's this strange market for this of just girls swearing a lot and being quite despicable. But Soth is definitely removed from the pack in the fact that she's absolutely hilarious. I haven't really watched none of her videos, but I was like, I'm just going to check them out. And I was watching some, I was just busting out laughing. Like, there's some debate about whether she writes her own material or what, but whatever. She's definitely talented. And she's got some live streams on her channel where she's talking to adults, for a long time and holding a conversation with them. So, not talking like your regular 14-year-old. So, I would say maybe, that her input to what she does is maybe quite a lot more. You're seeing a fucking rising star, and we talk about Generation Z. Here you are. This is it in its full glory of someone who doesn't give a flying fuck. And because of this is what people deserve, okay? And this is what we want. But at the same time, this is what people deserve. And why do people deserve this? Because of how ridiculous things have got and how PC it's got. There's inevitably going to be a pushback. There's going to be a fight. The next generation are coming out swinging with fists covered in broken glass, and they are smashing people's faces in, and they don't like it. And labeling her a far-right YouTuber, labeling a 14-year-old girl a far-right hate speech merchant is just, look, this, right? This is the face of far-right hate speech, apparently. This is how ridiculous we've got. And the thing is, the pushback was going to be that because these youngins and people like this are doubling down hard. They're not, it puts me to shame, me thinking I might be some sort of edgelord with shit I've done. It's like, hey, nothing. They're like fully going all out, don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if it comes across as racist. They don't give a fuck if it comes across as like homophobic, whatever it is. They don't give a fuck because they've had enough of it. You see, if there wasn't so much lunacy going on, the content wouldn't be this fucking mad. But this is what you're gonna get. This is what you asked for. You didn't specifically ask for it, but the universe responded and gave you this. And this is what you're gonna fucking get. And there's gonna be more of it. More and more and more and more and more. Beware of what you do. There will be repercussions. And I was watching this video, and she's talking about nostalgia. And she says, some people are nostalgic for the 80s. I'm nostalgic for the Paleolithic period, where you could finger fuck a dyke blue. I'm like, what the fuck? This mad shit she's coming out with. It was hilarious. Really, like, what the fuck? Yeah. If there's someone pulling the strings, if they're, I don't won't get into the whole thing of like, is, you know, like the whole little Tay thing. It was her brother doing it, and she, you know, she's just this little girl who doesn't really know what the fuck's going on. I'm not going to go into none of that, but yeah, this is interesting. So look at this. YouTube's newest Islamophobic, hate-spewing right-wing sensation is a 14-year-old white girl. This is on the hit piece done in BuzzFeed. Daily Mail have touched on it. I got that article here, but this is on something called Comic Sans. I don't know. I just thought I'd find something different that would be people were talking about, but it's all basically the same. It's the internet's worst kept secret that the major sites like YouTube have a dark side where racism flourishes and the company profits from surprisingly widespread videos filled with hate speech. Most people expect these videos to be made by and for grown men, and that is often the case. One rising star of YouTube's extremist fringe, however, is a 14-year-old girl who goes by the name Soth. Soth has over 800,000 followers on YouTube. They're called subscribers, dear. Where she began streaming video games at the age of 9 under the name Lieutenant Corbis. Through her stream was surprisingly profane. Though her stream was surprisingly profane for that of a 9-year-old, her turn into political comedy began more recently. In her most recent videos, Soth claims to be satirizing liberal perspectives in one entitled Be Not Afraid, which was removed from YouTube after BuzzFeed published their, I'll just call it a hit piece. She was a chatter while telling the audience, I've become a devout follower of the Prophet Muhammad. Suffice to say, I've been having a fucking ton of fun. Of course I get raped by my 40-year-old husband every so often. I have to worship a black cube to indirectly please an ancient Canaanite god. Canaanite, is that how you say it? But at least I get to go to San Fran and stone the shit out of some gays, and cops can't do anything about it because California is a crypto caliphate. Some mad shit, you know. Fucking, yo. Zero fucks given. This is what you asked for. This is what you got. There's nothing more I could say about it. They're going to go hard. They're going to go hard. Super hard. You know, this is comedy. I mean, it's definitely it's stepping over lines, but like, it's comedy. Though Soth's views are undeniably racist and absolutely bone-chilling to hear coming from the mouth of a 14-year-old, Joseph Bernstein of BuzzFeed points out that her rise to fame and continued success is, more than anything else, an indictment of YouTube. Man, you can have a BuzzFeed hating on YouTube, like, well, obviously, because everyone on YouTube's destroying them. Many times in those cases we see that what Soth is alluding to, manual review followed by no ads, comments turned off, and then the video is taken down. Following a report by the site like BuzzFeed, Gizmodo, NYT, Atlantic, The Verge, blah blah blah. Oh, and this should be obvious from referencing Joe's report, but nothing about Soth's behaviour is acceptable or even ironically funny. A la 4chan type humour. It is part of YouTube's subculture though, so walking through the supposed manual reviews process is important. And they want to shut this 14-year-old girl down. A 14-year-old girl has got you all fucking shook. A 14-year-old. I mean, she said that's some mad shit was going on. But it's clearly comedy. It's comedy, you know. Offensive comedy is right up my street. But I get raped by my 40-year-old husband every so often. I have to worship a black cube. I mean, the way she's saying it, you know, like, it's just, it's designed to make you fucking freak the fuck out. The fact that YouTube would allow a high school freshman to share hate speech online is harmful, not only because of the views it spreads, but because that child's opinions, personality, and values are still forming. All right. See, on the one hand, if you know, on the one hand, you got Greta Thunberg, who apparently can go to Parliament and tell everyone what we should do. But this girl, you know, her thoughts are still forming. You know, she's not quite knowing what she's saying. But by sharing that child's never-ending racist monologue to the world, it becomes hard for Soth to distance herself from it. if she ever someday, hopefully, comes to regret her previous beliefs. It doesn't necessarily even mean she believes it. You're just reflecting what some people might be saying. It's cool fucking, it's satirical. Like, when do people stop understanding, like people doing humor and stuff? Like, I mean, yeah, it's fucking out there. I mean, I wouldn't be going that hard. Like, I mean, I don't really, don't really care to make jokes about Islam, to be honest. But, it's the ridiculousness of all religions is kind of there to be seen, to be honest. But I think, talking when she starts adding layers of a crypto caliphate and stuff like that, it's just saying a whole load of crazy shit that makes you go, what the fuck? I've done shit like, They said it wasn't okay, then they said it was okay again, and now it's back to being cyberbullying and harassment. Fucking homosexual retards. How many years does it take to learn how to run a fucking company? Because YouTube has taken action against at least one of Soth's videos following Bernstein's BuzzFeed report. The fact that comments were disabled and ads weren't running certainly implies that they reviewed it and deemed it okay at one point, as Soth says in the tweet. In recent videos, Soth speaks about having a health issue that's kept her out of class and unhappiness at school in general. She recently moved from New York to California, a highly stressful experience for anyone, especially at such a pivotal point in a child's development. From the situation, it's not hard to imagine a child falling ever deeper into the online community who have always offered her unwavering support, especially when she's brave enough to say incredibly offensive things she doesn't have a full understanding of. Yeah, these people need to make their minds up. It's like, do young'uns know what they're saying, or do they not know what they're fucking saying? They just pick and choose. Is Greta Thunberg like the leading expert on climate change, or is he just a fucking little idiot? Is this girl like fully like what is it? What do you fucking want? Which one is it? You need to make up your minds. Now, I have said that, I don't think children should be advising Parliament, but kids can be out there making fucking jokes. Kids being edgy and talking shit. Oh, hello? They're fucking children. She's a young'un. It's fucking crazy and hilarious. If she was like 26, it wouldn't be as crazy and hilarious. That's the thing. But because she's 14 and she's saying, and it's her use of language is just, the sentences she does, like, it's just great. I love the way she just puts words together. It's just like, it just punches you. That's how it should be. It literally punches you in the face, where you're like, you're still trying to catch up with yourself after you've heard it. You're just like, what? And you're like, what? It's like potent. It's potent. It sort of slaps you and you're laughing, and then you think about it more and you're laughing, and like, should I be laughing? Well, fucking it, I'm laughing. So Joe Bernstein, who I'm sure is an upstanding citizen, is also issued Soth a strike, meaning she cannot upload videos for 1 week. YouTube added that it takes down accounts of children under 13 as it is made aware of them. Soth started her channel at age 9 and received significant publicity for it. Anyhow, hard to tell who this story is reaching because of the legion of horribles in my feed right now, but this is a moral catastrophe at YouTube. Listen how these people talk, like puritanical fucking conservative preachers from the 1950s. Elvis Presley, this kind of filth needs to be destroyed. Needs to be banned. Amazing. Yeah, it is filth. Good. I mean, I'm not going to support anyone fucking... people can say what they like. People can make jokes about what they like. I'm not, running around here on my white horse with, like, Mr. Moral, just waving a flag, going, no, don't say that, you can't do that. I used to be kind of like that, but, like, I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, just fuck it. People are going to be offended. There's all kinds of stuff that offends people. There's stuff that offends me that I'm not going to ask to be banned. But in spite of her incendiary commentary, YouTube algorithms have helped to make Soth the popular streamer she is today by favouring sensational videos and deliberately ignoring toxic content. This is bullshit. YouTube definitely suppresses certain content. For sure. It's been exposed. It's been talked about. It's known. It's a known thing. So don't talk about this bullshit. Don't attack YouTube when all YouTube are trying to do is like still trying to clean up a mess from like a few years ago. You know, you got to give YouTube some sort of leeway at some point. You know, you got loads of YouTubers being demonetized and fucking being suppressed and attacking YouTube, and then you got everyone else attacking YouTube for not doing enough. They'll never win. Like, they'll never win the hearts of men. You gotta feel for them. Like, you won't win. You won't win anyone round, will you? You're just fucked. Doomed if you do, doomed if you don't, you know? Soth herself has spent a large portion of her time pointing out the flaws in YouTube's system that have allowed her to rise to power. The fact that I was 11 and could easily follow the commentary formula should have been a sign that the standards for the genre were terribly low. Yeah, I think that's also her making a fucking joke. Oh my goodness me. Who are these people, man? Who are these people? Where do they come from? What did they do? What did they do? The 14-year-old also seems to have figured out, it's figured, cunt, YouTube's bottom line, money. She knows that if she's popular enough, ranking and advertising money for the company, they won't touch her. That's not true. Despite the site's rules clearly stating one must be 13 or older to have an account and post videos, Soth has been active on YouTube since the age of 9. Yeah, you've already said that. Her streaming channel gained a significant amount of attention, but was never shut down by YouTube. Or maybe her account was opened by an adult. I don't know. I wish I had people in my regular life who were as internet as I like to be, so that I could talk about this shit in person instead of only on Twitter. Joe Bernstein. New by me, YouTube's newest far-right foul-mouthed red-pilling star is a 14-year-old girl. Joe Bernstein, whoever you are. You know, people are bored of you just spouting the same shit over and over again. And this is what you deserve, okay? It's people like you that have created these monsters, if that's what you want to label them as. These monsters have gone full-blown, I don't give a fuck, because of what's going on. And when Generation Z rise up and take over, which I think they're going to do, it's going to be a whole whirlwind of shit. And it'll be your fucking fault. This is your fault. Just so you know, this is your fault. It's not my fault. My hands are clean. Yours are not. Her mother was recently arrested for abusing and using kids to perform on a popular YouTube channel. Not sure what or who is behind Soth's YouTube channel, but what I did learn is that I'm one of those dumbass mums who clearly needs to police my kids' time watching this shit. Yeah, you are. You're lazy. This is too easy. Like, yeah, you just fob kids off these days, put them on their phones. It's not good for them. Yeah, you are one of them dumbass mums who need to monitor what your kid's doing. Thank you. Soth even went so far as to dare the site to remove her by issuing a death threat in a video. She addressed YouTube CEO Susan, which is, she's playing a character, man. Have you not seen any of this stuff? People think, these motherfuckers probably think Filthy Frank is a real person, don't they? Like, they actually legitimately do, don't they? They do. They actually do think Filthy Frank's real. Thinks he's an actual person. Susan, I've known your address since last summer. I've got a Luger and mitochondrial disease. I don't care if I live. Why should I care if you live or your children? I just called an Uber. You've got about 7 minutes to draft up a will. I'm coming for you, and it ain't gonna be pretty. I mean, that's obviously taken out of longer context. It's just like, why am I gonna explain like what these people fucking do anyway? It turns out Soth was absolutely right. After she issued her threat, albeit unfounded, YouTube reviewed her channel, removed the single video containing the threat, and left the rest online, including racist garbage like "Be Not Afraid." As of the writing of this article, following extensive coverage in the aforementioned BuzzFeed article, "Be Not Afraid" has been removed. No, I watched it last night, and this was written before last night, so I don't know. The majority of Soth's videos, however, remain online, including some entitled "Suicide Bombers," "Multiracial White Supremacy," and "Women Are Cool and Should Vote." That's the one I watched. That was busting out laughing at. If the channel called Soth does not violate your terms of service, it should. If it does not, but it should. It should. It should. It should. It should. This is a young girl. Hate speech. If you can't police content like this, you deserve to be regulated by government. Oh, fuck you, Rick McCharles. You haven't even got a check mark. Fuck you, man. Now, obviously, the male have caught onto this. So, potty mouth, 14-year-old anti-PC comedian with nearly 1 million YouTube followers vows to keep making her videos after coming under fire for donning hijab and mocking Muslims. What does it say? Controversy is swirling around a foul-mouthed teen. This is how the Daily Mail for a foul-mouthed teen YouTuber after a journalist accused her of bigotry against Muslims, and the platform removed the video under scrutiny. The young YouTube star knows Soth, 14-year-old high school freshman from the Bay Area, became the center of debate after a highly critical BuzzFeed article was published on Monday. Well, I mean, when isn't there a highly critical BuzzFeed article published? The article highlights a crude video called "Be Not Afraid," which Soth dresses in a chador and explains sarcastically that she's become a devout follower of the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, we know this. So, what else has the Mail got to say? YouTube's spokesperson said in a statement to the dailymail.com, YouTube is an open platform where anyone may post videos as long as they comply with our community guidelines. This may include content that some find offensive. Right, come on, let's give a... I mean, isn't that a beacon of hope for YouTube, isn't it? Like, that they can say, some might find offensive. We enforce our policies rigorously. And last quarter alone removed more than 8 million videos. Responsibility remains our number one priority, and we continue to invest heavily in our teams, technology, and processes to protect the platform. Now, look, you know, that one website's going to go after her in one way. Daily Mail are going to go after her another way because they all hate YouTube. This is what it is. This is more the outrage is used as, you know, as to fuel a fire that is against YouTube. It always is, whether it's PewDiePie or whoever. This is what they do. It's a war. It's a war out there. This is part of a culture war. It's part of these are big corporations, and these are online corporations, outlets dying. Daily Mail are doing good. They don't need to do hit pieces, but they do it anyway because they see the rise of it and they see what happens to other companies. So they ain't dumb. You know what I mean? They ain't dumb. They see what's coming. It's just desperate. And I'm glad someone on YouTube says, you know, there's content that you might find offensive. Yeah. What they didn't want on YouTube was like ISIS propaganda videos. But you know, I wouldn't even say you should remove ISIS videos. Beheadings for sure. Obviously, you can't have that fucking shit. But like, you know, who's to say that maybe in 20 years ISIS will turn out to be the good guys when history looks at it? You don't know, do you? I mean, clearly they're not because they're crazy, but you never know. Look at this. Dave Rubin said, there are adult journalists who hunt down kids on YouTube to report for wrong thing. I think he's supposed to put wrong think there. Which, in this case, is biting social commentary and funnier than anything on network TV. Fine work. Round of applause to Dave Rubin there. Smashing it. Well done, Dave. Nice one. Conservative commentators responded to the BuzzFeed articles and the subsequent ban of the Be Not Afraid video by accusing journalists of targeting the teen attempting to get her banned. Yeah. Soth got her start on YouTube, not in politics. I mean, it's not really political. Yeah, we know about Lieutenant Corbis. Yeah, we know about Be Not Afraid. What did it say? You could beg me kicking and screaming to stop disseminating the ideas I believe in, and I wouldn't make a fucking difference, she says. Not only am I inoculated to that bullshit, most of Generation Z is too. Millennials grew up with MTV and nowadays watch Colbert. We, on the other hand, grew up with the internet, so we have no centralized source of information that controls what we think, she continued. We filter out the truth for ourselves. We're not lazy. No one is brainwashing kids. Kids are simply learning from having free access to information, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, well, fucking motherfucking yes, bitch. Jesus Christ, oh my God, yes. Yes. Salute to the motherfucking lieutenant. Salute. Look at them crap. Like, yeah, this non-drinking thing can go suck a dick. What I talk about, I was always going to drink this. That's why I was down there. I'd like to propose a toast to Lieutenant Corbis. And Soth, you know, both of them. Like, and how the fact, and I'd like to pour some. I was gonna, I should pour some drink out for the death of comedy and for the death of just. But Generation Z. Here's to you, you crazy fucking loonbags. This is one millennial who stands proud with the crazy lunatics that is Generation Z that might actually save Western civilization from the brink of absolute destruction. I know it's a weird way of them doing it by just offending everybody, but what she just said there just smashed it of what I've said about this generation. We filter out the truth for ourselves. We're not lazy. No one is brainwashing kids. Kids are simply learning from having free access to information. Yes, there are no gatekeepers for information no more. You can fucking go out and find it. Yes, you can find a hell of a lot of bullshit, but it's better than the bullshit that was pumped into us through the fucking idiot box. And look who's on the idiot box. Idiots. She concluded, if you're still pretending to be mad at me, suck a fat cock in hell. If you're Generation Zedder, never censor yourself and speak freely until the day you die. Whoa! Yes. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You got this girl talking like Paul Mooney in his prime. Fuck me. This is the... Oh. Wow. I would say to anybody, if you don't like this, now just piss off. Support Lieutenant Corbis any way you can. All of these youngsters, support him. We don't want her to go out like get banned like Monkey Jones and that. But there's still platforms out there. This is like the glimmer of hope is foul-mouthed and doesn't give a fuck, just like me, and just like me when I was a kid, and kind of me now. Although I'm a bit more an adult these days. But I fucking love this shit. I love it. This genuinely fills me with joy. And now, the whole like racy talking racy thing. Yeah, I'm like, it's not my kind of thing a lot of the time. Not my kind of thing. But this is a pushback and just saying what is true. Saying what they think is true, like speaking their minds and not being afraid to speak their minds. And I think for a long time people have been very afraid to speak their minds, like clearly, and put humour into it as well. Like, if we can't laugh at everything, like all the fucked up shit, people who have dark sense of humours usually come from dark places. Okay, it just doesn't mean they would want to be edgelords. Some people are want to be edgelords, and whatever. And she's 14, but yet look what she just said there. And everyone's praising Greta Thunberg. Fuck Greta Thunberg. Soth, Lieutenant Corbis. That's who should be addressing Parliament, bitch.